All right, thanks for stopping by. So today we are reviewing the ENGWE Engine Pro e-bike. Well, actually, we're not reviewing it, we're previewing it because I'll do like 4 videos about this bike. But this is my second ride on it, and I've taken it out here to a park near Buckeye, Arizona, where we can test out dirt roads and paved roads. So let's get into it. Okay, so as we ride along here on the paved road, let me first tell you about the unboxing and the assembly of the bike. This bike came in more assembled than any of my previous 2 e-bikes. It didn't take much to put this bike together. The assembly instructions are pretty good, but they also have a video online. I would recommend just watching it, and you can pause it as you go along. So it really helps you assemble the bike, and it's really not that much to it. All right, so let's try this little dirt trail here. Let me get geared down. I don't know what to expect. I've never been here before. And this is also near an Air Force base, and there are fighter jets going overhead every couple of minutes, so you may see that near the top of the screen. This bike is so smooth. This rear shock is incredible. I have never had a bike with full suspension, and it makes all the difference in the world. It is night and day in the ride quality between this bike and any other bike I've ever had. It's a 8-speed Shimano shifter. Oh, and it also has hydraulic brakes. They feel great, and I'll show you more about that when we get back. But I wanted to do this video different than most review videos you see. Most of the time they start out and they talk and they blather on for 10 minutes, and then they finally get into the riding portion of the video. So I wanted to do the ride first, and then we'll talk about all the features that the bike has once we get back to the parking lot. Okay, so this trail just ends here, not much to this. So let's go back to the pavement and let's do some faster riding. Right now I'm in eco mode, and it has sport mode and it also has normal mode, but I have found that eco mode is plenty of power for me. Once we get back on the paved road and get up some speed, there'll probably be a lot of wind noise. I'll do my best to edit that out. And so for now, just back to the pavement. Here we go. I think we'll go down to the entryway. I understand that you probably can't see the display that's mounted on the handlebars. Top speed on this bike, I've had it up to 31 miles per hour. And you do ghost pedal a little bit in top gear and in pedal assist number 5. But I think the gear ratio on this bike is spot on. I don't think they could have got it much better. My previous bike, you would ghost pedal a lot at high speed. And what ghost pedal is you're just pedaling and pedaling, but you're just freewheeling. You're not really getting any resistance, and that means the sprocket is too small. But with this one, I think they have the sprocket size just about perfect. So it's got a 16 amp hour battery in it, 48 volt motor. Let's take a right here. I'm expecting to get 40 to 50 miles per charge. They say 62, but you know how that goes. It all depends on the terrain and how you ride. But eco mode, if I hit 60, I'll be really happy. Hey, there's Amanda. Adventuring with Amanda on YouTube. She's early. I didn't expect her to be here this quick. Hey, you want to race? I think I'll just mute this part out because I don't know exactly what we're going to talk about here. Okay, well, let's head on in. I'll follow you. Okay, back up to the parking area, and then we'll get off the bike, we'll walk around, and I'll show you all the features of the bike and go into detail about the display and electronics. Okay, so now that I've got it nice and dirty, I can show you all about it. First thing I noticed about this bike is the wheels. Look at that. No spokes that need maintenance. You never have to have these tires taken in and trued up. Truing a wheel is not a hard job, but it's time consuming and it costs money if you take it to a bike shop. You'll never have to do that with this bike. The next great thing about it is it has rear suspension. Not only the front, like almost every e-bike has front suspension, but this one has a shock in the back. I like the way this is engineered. It doesn't give you a lot of shock absorption, but it gives you about an inch or an inch and a half, and that's just enough to take the shock off of your spine. And that's really important for me. You know, I've got a history of lower back problems, and this thing rides like a Cadillac. I might call it my Matty Caddy. Yeah, the Matty Caddy. I've already replaced the seat. The seat that comes on it is good. It's nothing wrong with it. It's just for these long rides, I want ultra comfort. So I took the old seat off my old bike and kept it and put it on here. The rear rack is really over-engineered. It's so beefy and so strong. It doesn't have to be this strong, but it is, and that's a good thing. Let's talk a little bit about electronics. The rear light is integrated into the system, so when you turn the bike on, it illuminates and it gets brighter when you hit the brakes. The motor is a 1,000-watt peak motor, and you can set it on the display here. I ended up just staying in eco mode, but see, you can toggle through. There's normal and there's sport, but I have found the way I ride, eco mode is the way to go because you save a lot of battery power and it's still got plenty of power. And you can go into your menu here by pushing the plus and minus button, and you can go in and set it up however you want. You can personalize it. It has cruise control, by the way. I took that off because I'm not riding on long paved roads right now, but I'll put that back on if I do start doing that. And another interesting feature about this bike, it has something that no other bike I've ever seen has. It has battery regeneration. It's called regen. If you're going down a hill and you're going 12 miles per hour or more, it will send power back to the battery to recharge it. No kidding, it really works. I've tried it. As long as you're in speed assist 0 or 1, it will work. If you're in 2, 3, 4, 5, it will not. It has a little generator built in here somewhere. You can feel it when you're pedaling. If you turn the bike off and pedal it, it's a little harder to pedal than a regular bike because this generator is sending energy back to the battery. And so it spins kind of like an alternator, and you can feel the resistance. But just a little bit. It's an interesting feel, but I think it's a great feature to have because once you pedal up a hill, when you start going down the other side, just set your speed assist to either 1 or 0 and go over 12 miles per hour, and it'll send energy back to the battery to recharge it. So this is your throttle. I'm on 0. Let's see if this works. No. It will work if you put it up on 1. Whoa. There's your horn. And this is a really nice feeling handlebar. I want to talk a little bit more about the settings. There's so many things you can change here. Speed limit. This bike will do 31 miles per hour. And yes, I've done it. So it is true. And let's go back to personalization. Go into power set. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not. pedal assist 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can set the percentage of power you want on each level. Only thing I did was I changed pedal assist 1 from 22% to 29%, and the others I left alone. Now, if you want to clear your data from your trips, you can clear your trip, or you can do a factory reset and start all over. If you kind of lose where you are in the settings menu, you can just start all over. It just shows what version of software you're running. But I do like the big, colorful, clear display. I've got 84% battery left, and I've been going up some big hills. It does not have as much torque as the old e-bike. You can tell the difference when you're going up the hill. You get a little more exercise out of this bike, but that's a good thing. But I absolutely love the shock absorber in the rear. Okay, so let's talk about something I do not like. Sorry I have to keep pausing this, but I'm out here near an Air Force base, and the fighter jets keep going over, and they're very loud. But back to the overview of this bike. The one thing that I'm not real happy about is the metal fenders. I prefer plastic. I've had to put little pieces of rubber down in here to keep it from making a rattling sound. And if it was plastic, that wouldn't happen. And I've experienced this on another bike with metal fenders. So that's the only thing I would change, is just put plastic fenders on it, and that would be much quieter and it would be much lighter weight. Now let me give you some shots of it folded up. It fits in the back of the van this way. The handlebars also collapse over to the right side, but it makes it a little bit wider, so always leave the handlebars up, just like this. It keeps it more narrow, and I just lift right under the front of the handlebar, and I grab the rear rack, and I just pick it up, toss it in the back of the van. Yeah, if it didn't fold, I wouldn't be able to carry an e-bike. And it also has folding pedals that save even more room. So all of the links will be in the description box below the title of the video. I'll be making many more videos about this e-bike as far as the longevity goes, the range, but you can click on the link and read up on all of the specs. But only buy it if you want an awesome e-bike at a great price. This rear shock on this thing, it just sets it apart from every other bike. It is so comfy, just soaks up the bumps. So there you have it, the ENGWE Engine Pro e-bike. Thanks for watching. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.